Welcome back. We want to talk about some of the files that are used when we're doing iOS development using UIViewController that we don't see if you're working with Swift UI, so we can understand what's happening with them and why they're there inside the actual project. Normally I just dump them over here inside my resources folder because I don't need to work with them 90% of the time. When you're doing more advanced tools, like say for example a master detail controller where you can do a lot more information and showing more advanced apps, you do need to actually use these. But for simple basic applications, you don't have to actually work with these files. And so those delegate files that exist inside here, normally we just ignore them and don't have to talk about them, but I want to go over them really quickly so you can see what they are, and it'll help you understand what's going on as you actually prepare for it and study for the Swift certification exams. First, we notice that both of the files themselves have delegate in the name. This is because they conform to what's called the delegate pattern or delegation pattern, because we're sending information from one thing to another. So we're using a composition relationship so we can say, hey, I'm going to farm this work out to somewhere else and make that happen. And so the first one we take a look at is AppDelegate.swift. Now, AppDelegate.swift has the one which is the entry point for the app. We know that because it has this cute little app main right here. That's basically like the runner. If you're using my Java projects where I make the runner where it starts up, public static void main, this app main property indicator right here says, hey, this is the entry point for the application. And so we have application did finish launching with options, application configuration for connecting, and application did discard scene sessions. AKA, this is what happens when you actually launch the application. Cool, what do I do next? Application configuration for connecting. What do I have to do to make this app actually connect to other things, like say, for example, networks, databases, etc. And finally, application did discard scene sessions. Hey, I've got these scenes. What do I do with them when I'm done with them? Okay, so this is the life cycle of the application and what to actually do as we go through this. And so if you actually need to put code inside here, that's where you actually would put that code to make that happen. And it's like, oh, it has that nice little mark. One of the nice things also about this, if you click on the comments for this, it has a quick little explanation as to what's actually happening to do for what needs to be happening within this. So it's a great way you can actually see what you're doing for that to have even more deep understanding. Take a look at the Apple documentation to see even more of what you need to do for this. And so in SceneDelegate.swift, we have our scene will connect to with options, our scene did disconnect, scene did become active, scene will resign active, inner foreground, inner background. AKA, this is what happens as you actually use the app itself. So if I connect to something, oh, I do this. I disconnected from something, oh, I do that. I'm on screen now, I'm active, yay, that's what happens now. I'm resigning, they're in the task switcher and they want to make me go away. I'm entering foreground, I'm going to be brought up to be shown again from the task switcher. I'm going to enter background, I've been swiped off of on the task switcher. So this is what this is doing. This is what to do with that code when those other special events happen. This one also has a reference to the window, where in an iOS app, if you're doing Mac OS with this, of course, then you'd have multiple potential windows for that. But with iOS development, there's only just the one window that you have to actually talk about that. And that's the window that you're working with inside the application. Now, these files, we don't have to change or anything, but you can't delete them. They just need to basically just sit there in our project and not be harmed or worried about, and we're good to go. But I hope this is a quick little intro of how you can do this. Again, check out the iOS documentation or developer documentation to get a better understanding of what to work with on this. Hope this is helpful. Cheers. See you next time. Have a great day. Bye-bye.